I'm Sam.
Hi, I'm Trisha.
And welcome to our Booktube channel.
So this is our second video ever. So for this one we decided we were gonna do the Booktube Newbie Tag.
Yay!
So without further ado, let's look at the question. Number 1. Why did you start this channel? Because we both really like books.
I also kind of see Booktube as an outlet to discuss books that we've read, considering that we're the only two people who we know who read. So we have turned to the internet to spark discussions and talk about books, and it also gives us a chance by giving us like prompts and how to discuss books and which books to talk about and recommending books, and just thought that that sounded like a lot of fun.
And every time we try to get like our non-reader friends to read, they just don't read the book. So we need the internet.
You guys are going to be the ones who read the books that we suggest.
It's going to be a nice collective chat where you actually read the books. Okay, question 2. What are some fun, unique things you can bring to YouTube or Booktube?
Well, I guess for us, I like the idea of 2 booktubers for one channel to go back and forth and kind of talk about the books that we've read, and
we're gonna fight about books, like
fight about
fist
books,
fights,
or we're gonna gush about books together. And I also just thought it would be fun to maybe recommend books to each other that neither, like, one of us has read but the other hasn't, and just I feel like it would bring a unique dynamic that you don't really see from solo booktube channels.
Yeah, some nice witty banter. I just feel like we have like a lot of good ideas for videos going forward that like we haven't really seen yet on Booktube, and like I don't want to say what they are because like you can be surprised.
Spoiler alert.
Stay tuned. Okay, next question. What are you most excited for? Well, I wrote this question down really. What are you most excited about for this new channel? I mean, I guess like kind of what we answered already, just being able to interact with a new group of book lovers and just be weird on the internet.
I just want to talk about books, to be honest. Like, I just want a safe space where I can talk about books and people will actually care about what I say.
Isn't that what we're all here for? Why do you love reading?
Because it takes the pain away.
Wow, angsty much? I just love reading because it was a form of escapism, and like, God, the real world just, you know, it sucks sometimes. Most of the time, woe is me. Okay, but yeah, it was just like a good way to like get out of my own mind and like travel somewhere else.
I also want to add something to that. I like books a lot because they're the only thing that I can go to that actually has original, unique stories. Unlike,
we're talking about you, Disney!
Nothing in Hollywood is original anymore. Yep. I just keep seeing sequels, reboots, and it's really freaking annoying. And I mean, television, I guess, is a little bit better, but books is where you get the good fantasy.
Yes. You know, you have like exceptions to fantasy. You know, you got Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. You get some really.
They're all based on books.
Well, I mean that too. But the thing about those is they're all kind of like exceptions. I feel like, because most fantasy stuff that comes out, I feel like it's just very not good. Like, fantasy is hard to make in film and television. With books, you have so many more options of fantasy to choose from, like as seen from our shelves.
Look at all this fantasy right here.
You don't get that in TV. So what book or series got you into reading? So yeah, I'm just like a basic bitch, and Twilight got me into reading. Even when I was like in 6th grade, it still definitely wasn't like the greatest book ever to me. It really got me interested in reading because after that I read, hold down for you. I read Percy Jackson, which is just like my all-time favorite book, and like this is what really introduced me to like what it is to love characters and a world and just be super immersed in something. So without reading Twilight, I definitely would have never picked up Percy Jackson. So like, thanks Twilight, I guess. I don't have it on my shelf, unfortunately, but
unfortunately?
I mean, just to show it, you know? I mean, fortunately I don't have it on my shelf. I do have it on my shelf at home, though, so it's on a shelf somewhere. On a shelf owned by me.
The book that got me into reading long ago was actually, well, for me it was Harry Potter, because that was like the first book series that I became obsessed with. Before, it's like I liked books, but those books made me into an avid reader. But eventually I did kind of fall off the reading train, but then I got back onto it with Six of Crows by Lee
Wait,
Bardugo.
what about Darker Shade of Magic?
No, Darker Shade of Magic too, yeah. So both of these books got me back into reading.
And who told you to read those books, Sam?
Basically, I went from reading casually to reading frequently after these books, and that's kind of what started this whole thing.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're my favorites. Oh, so good. Next question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Okay, my favorite booktuber is her youth project, Reagan. She's great. And my question is, how do you find the time to like read and like watch a bunch of TV and also work full time and do YouTube and like play with your dog? Like, I feel like the girl just creates hours in the day, and I'm so jealous of her. Yeah, that's my question.
I just want to ask Sasha Alsberg how she gets really good Instagram photos of herself.
That is true.
I need to know.
That is
because I'm not aesthetically pleasing at all.
She has the nicest Instagram all the time. Oh my god.
I'm a frump queen, and I just need to know how to look pretty.
Yeah, that's a good question. Next question. Our last question also. What challenges about starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome?
Probably working our time around like school schedules.
Yeah.
And just overall like despair for the future and
trying to apply to jobs.
It's the foreboding feeling of future unemployment on the way.
Yeah, that's about it. Editing's not that bad. I'm a slow editor. She's a better editor than me, so like it'll be fine.
This is just a distraction for us.
Yeah. Okay, well, we answered all the questions.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Really?
we did. We answered, there were 7. I stole all the questions from Hannah's Newbie Tag video.
Well, I'm on Booktube Wiki. Oh, no, here it says, where do you read? What kind of books do you like to read?
Okay, we'll answer those really quick. Where?
In our apartment.
Pretty much right here. Well, normally I have a chair that's like right where we're standing. So I read in this spot, and then there's a chair like opposite where Sam reads. So we also have a futon, but we never sit on it because
God, Trisha, you're not
really
supposed to tell
bad.
the internet how we live.
Yeah, basically the rest of our apartment is shit.
Shame.
It's really not pretty, except for all the string lights. Those are nice.
Which one we're never going to show you because our apartment really does something.
Yeah, because you'll probably find like fat cockroaches, so it's fine. It's totally not a sanitary risk, I think.
Yep.
What kind of books do we read is the last question.
Well, I assume that by our lovely
Pretty
book
obvious.
show, can see that we really like
Much fantasy, but I mean we do diverge a bit like sometimes. I mean this third shelf is a lot of nonfiction and historical fiction, but the thing is like I'm really bad, like I pretty much just want to read fantasy all the time, so I always get behind on the like historical fiction books.
I definitely feel like you're better about reading a more diverse range of genres than I am. Like, I'm almost exclusive to just fantasy, except the one exception would probably be Red Rising by Pierce Brown, which I'm also definitely going to talk about in the future because I fucking love
Does it
this
count
book.
if it's like in the same section?
It's not, no, because it's a completely different genre, and Barnes & Noble does it wrong. They do it wrong.
That's a whole nother rant. Okay, well we're not going to get too much into all the books that we freak out about because that is not what this video is about. Damn, get back to the camera, girl!
I just gotta fix my babies.
Now that answers all the questions, the additional questions. So, yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Comment, subscribe.
Yes, do that.
Now we have to start saying that. Like,
Yeah,
really
comment and subscribe. Below, I don't know why people always say below because it's like, where else would it be? Like, we all know YouTube, we're all millennials anyway.
We're such tools.
Yeah. So on that note, bye!